Hello everyone, and welcome back to the Biz Wizards channel. For more helpful tips and information on becoming a successful entrepreneur, subscribe below to our YouTube channel and also to our weekly blog at thebizwizards.com. If you aren't familiar with what we do, my wife Kim and I help employees become entrepreneurs. So in today's video, we are going to talk about best tips on how to change your mindset for success. So let's jump right into it. If you've ever had goals and dreams that didn't come true, you're not alone. An incredible 92% of people say that the goals and resolutions they set for themselves each year never get achieved. With stats this high, there's got to be something in common that's holding them back. It's important to note that the 8% who did achieve their goals come from all walks of life. They could be married, single, divorced, they might be highly educated or high school dropouts, middle class, wealthy, or even poor. They are comprised of a variety of ages and ethnicities from all over the world. The key commonality among that top 8% is a similar growth mindset that guides their thoughts and actions. You may share some of these mindset habits, or you may be practicing opposite mindsets without even realizing it. A surefire way to determine whether you need mindset help is to answer this question. Are you regularly accomplishing your goals and living your dreams? If you answered yes, read on for a growth versus fixed mindset comparison. If you said no, the following tips could be a game changer for you. So, here are my 5 best tips on how to change your mindset if you need it. Number 1, accept that you need to change your mindset. That's the first thing. If you got to change, you've got to accept it. We've all had goals and dreams that didn't unfold quite the way we hoped or expected. When this happens repeatedly, we start to wonder what we need to change. But rarely do we look inside at our own thinking as the place to start making those changes. We really live in a skill set driven society that emphasizes learning new skills. Therefore, some people go back to school, others take workshops, or some others read books. People with a success mindset are always looking for that silver bullet skill set that will make everything fall into place. Don't get me wrong, I am not downplaying the value of skill sets, but more often it's our mindsets that need adjustment. The good news is it's far much less expensive to adopt a success mindset than to go learn a new skill. So, step 1 is simply to acknowledge that you're going to work on your mindset first. All right, tip number 2, identify your counter mindsets. Mindsets are formed through prior experiences and emotional milestones, and the mindsets that aren't producing the results you want are called counter mindsets. Some examples of these are self-doubt, limiting beliefs, and any other negative thoughts that get in the way of your fulfillment. We have around 65,000 thoughts per day. Unfortunately, in the case of most people, the majority of those 65,000 thoughts are negative. These negative thoughts occur so often that you're probably not even aware of them. For example, you know that little voice that makes disparaging comments when you look in the mirror? We all know that voice. We all have that voice. It makes you hesitate before approaching someone you'd like to meet. It makes you think twice before starting a business or considering a career change. The way to start exterminating those negative thoughts is to begin paying attention to them. More than likely, you'll find that your limiting thoughts can be narrowed down to a few key themes. Taking note of this is a major, major step because we can't change what we haven't acknowledged. Tip number 3, turn off that negativity. Turn it off. Get rid of it. So once you've identified your top negative thoughts or themes, like we mentioned, you need a way to stop them from holding you back. The best technique I know for this is simply to turn off the negativity. So If I looked in the mirror and my inner voice was negative, I would just add a positive thought. I was in effect flipping the switch and turning off that negativity. It took a little time to get used to, but I gotta tell you, I noticed that slowly I became more and more positive, and I found myself to be more productive as well. So, tip number 4, understand your why. Changing your mindset takes work because formed habits are not easy to break. If you've ever tried to break a habit, or especially a bad habit. So this is especially true since many of our most harmful habits and counter mindsets were established when we were kids. And we've been doing things the same way ever since. For me, it's a long time. So understanding your why is about starting fresh and deciding on one goal or dream, so that when you achieve it, it will mean a transformational change in your life. Identify something that could make a huge impact in your life, then just go for it. After all, if it's going to take work to make it come true, it better be meaningful, right? So write down your why and look at it often. This is so important, and it's such an important part of building your motivation and getting you on the road to fulfilling your dreams. So, tip number 5, start small so you can finish big. This may sound crazy, but one easy way to change your mindset is through setting ridiculously tiny, utterly achievable goals. How tiny? How about this? 1 push-up. If your big goal is to get daily exercise, then your small, attainable goal is to do a single push-up each day. If you want to reduce stress in your life, your tiny goal might be to meditate for 1 minute every night. If you want more affection with a loved one, your mini goal could be 1 extra hug or an extra kiss. Each of these examples requires almost no motivation or willpower to accomplish. And yet, each is a positive step. So here's the trick. Decide that your tiny goal is the minimum and that you can do more if you feel up to it. A lot of the time, you will do more and you'll feel great because you're overachieving. Some days you may do the minimum and you'll still feel great because you've met your goal. Do that day after day and you will be amazed at the positive feelings that brings to you. How can these tiny goals actually make an impact? It's because massive change requires small steps, repeated daily, which create momentum. And that momentum yields positive cumulative results. Those top 8% of achievers understand this. But most people never try this strategy because they think it seems pointless to start so small. Wrong, wrong, wrong. Over time, consistently hitting your small goals will form new mindset habits. That's real progress towards revamping your thinking so you can reach your biggest dreams. A few final thoughts for you. Changing your mindset doesn't happen by accident. It happens by choice. With hard work, by changing your thinking and changing your habits. So that is it for this YouTube video. For more helpful tips and information on becoming a successful entrepreneur, remember to click on that subscribe button to the right. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you found the video informative and helpful. If you did, please remember to give us a thumbs up and also leave a comment to tell us what part of the video really resonated with you. Take care and be safe.